was thrown into confusion from the world I thought was true. It's nothing but illusion. So now I'm a liar, I'm a loser, I'm a bastard and abuser, and I'm wondering how much lower can I go? I've been beaten, I've been bloodied, I've been broken and betrayed. Wondering how much lower can I go? Even though I know it's wrong, I wish my pain upon the world. I curse the lives of lucky men. Into this hell I hope they're hurled. I was once a good man. Now I'm living in this hell. 'Cause I'm a liar, I'm a boozer, I'm a bastard and abuser, and I'm wondering how much lower can I go? I've been beaten, I've been bloodied, I've been broken and betrayed, and I'm wondering how much lower can I go? So I'm wondering how much lower can I go? Say make money, money, make money, money, money.
Make money, money, make money, money, money. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sound. Fat pockets. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. Fat pockets. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sound. Fat pockets. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. Fat pockets. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. Survival of the fittest, you can sink or swim. I've been broke, I ain't never going back again. I need some C-notes, some cheddar, and a stack of ends. I need a bowl of dough, I don't need no Facebook friends. I need a pack of them snaps, a handful of Fetty Wops, and rubber band on my greenbacks. Look, dawg, don't be playing with my paper. I need every red cent, that's why I brought my little scraper. You don't know me, homie, I rob my own neighbor with a clock around my neck with a style that's so flavor. Give me the loot is just an understatement. I'm about to take your bank and put it in my basement. Make money, money, make money, money, money. Make money, money, make money, money, money. Say take money, money, take money, money, money. Take money, money, take money, money, money. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sound. Fat pockets. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. Fat pockets. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. Money makes the world go round. I'ma talk around town. Remy gave me the sound. Fat pockets. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. Fat pockets. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. The root of all evil, I don't agree with that. It's hard to do when you riding around with 10 racks. Golden Arches, St. Louis, I'm the Big Mac. St. Petersburg, Russia, you can find it on the map. I'm so cold I can spit the snow. That's why they call me Nitro with the nicest flow. On the real, man, I hate it when they call me bro. It's getting on my nerves like these bills and these haters, yo. Chill, a grown man with a loaf of bread. I keep a stack of Benjis right under my bed. Check it, my shoebox is the stash spot. I used to keep my scratch at my dad's house. I got a deadline, so I need the cake. I need a plan, so my duck is gonna try to escape. Yeah, I'm always looking for the currency, a large amount, call it a pretty penny. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sound. Fat pockets. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. Fat pockets. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. Money makes the world go round. I'ma talk around town. Remy gave me the sound. Fat pockets. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. Fat pockets. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. You got a $5 bill, put your hands up.
Hey guys, good afternoon.
$10 bill, put your hands up. You got a $20 bill, put your hands up. You got a $50 bill, put your hands up. Holla, holla. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sound. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla.
What's going on, fellas? Good afternoon. Blaze! Yo! Crypto Remora! Amp! What's going on, guys? The 30K brick wall today, guys. Once again, we get rejected from the 30K level. What's new? What's new? Still just in the range, still really not doing much, but we're going to take a look at some interesting things and look at where we could be and, you know, try to at least maybe guess of how much longer we have in this sideways period, which I think we can do with a pretty good educated guess, I think. Brandon, Filippo, Crypto Remora, bro. Siri Entertainment behind the keyboard. Why'd you change your name, man? I'm never going to recognize you now, man. You got to understand, I'm already bad with names, bro. Someone will tell me their name and I'll forget it in 5 minutes. If I knew you as another name and you changed your name already, man, it's going to take me a while to remember it, man. So if I forget, don't get mad at me. Alex said, just come in like a wrecking ball. Facts, bro. We need to start doing some shit, bro.
Strap up.
Anyways,
we're going to the moon.
Let's talk about some fun stuff today, guys. Space Station. Crab City. Yeah, Matt. I think we can all agree, man. Crab City, Crab City. But like I said, I don't mind the Crab City, man. Said every day that goes by, the more we can accumulate, and the more prices want to stay like this. I'm cool, honestly. For me personally, I know everyone's kind of ready, like, let's go, man, let's go. The longer it stays like this, I'm cool with it, to be honest. Dirty Bird, Wayne. He said, I asked my mom if I could change my name. She said no. Wayne, you can't change your name, man. You already got a GOAT name. Like Wayne. Wayne's like one of those names from like the 80s. That just sounds dope. Wayne. It's like Clint or. What's another good 80s name? Or like a cowboy name. Like Earl. You know, if your name's Earl, you don't mess with Earl. You know what I mean? Earl might have, you know, some mental issues. You know, kind of like Wayne. Wayne might have some mental issues. You don't want to mess with Wayne, Earl, or Clint. You know what I mean? Shout out to Wayne. Shout out to Elliot. He said, ETH never had proper lows. I'm in denial. Elliot's in denial, man. He is in total denial. Anyways, let's talk some Bitcoin. So, Bitcoin spiked up again today, got rejected from 30K. What's new? Now, like I said, short-term time frames, whatever. I'm not going to spend too much time with that because, quite honestly, I don't really care. Let's go to this chart over here. So, bull market support band. As we've been saying consistently every single day, we're just looking to hold this bull market support band. And typically at this point of the cycle, this is the most important area we want to hold. Now, we did hold it twice so far on this little dip, which is good. We know we broke out of this little wedge. We broke out and we back tested nicely. So today we got a nice little back test of this wedge. We'll see if it holds. You know, as we know, these break up 69% of the time. We did get that breakout. I'm not too worried about the short-term time frames. I think, you know, you just get yourself confused when you're zoomed in on the 4-hour chart. There's no point in looking at that. So this trend line, you know, we've got one bounce, we got two bounces, we got three bounces, and we got a fourth bounce over here on August 7th, which was Monday. So here we are. Now, what I want to talk about today is not this same thing we've been talking about because there's nothing new to talk about, man. Like I sort of say, like I don't know what people talk about every day. Like trying to come up with this new fancy indicator that something crazy's happening today that's different than it was yesterday. No.
Nope.
Nothing's different. Here's the thing. I wanted to look at today a couple different things, right? OP's getting wrecked. I mean, you got to understand, guys, it goes up and down. Like, OP was the best gainer the last 2 weeks. So it's going to have a correction. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's always funny, man. Like, OP has been going up while everything is going down. And today it's down, right? Which is cool, man. It's not that big of a deal. You know, like every other alt's here, OP gets a red week. It's okay. Anyways, besides that, let's go back over here. So I want to look at the Pi Cycle Top indicator for Bitcoin. This is something we used to look at, fellas. All right, the Pi Cycle Top indicator, which is, I think it's pretty interesting when you actually look at this in history, right? So you guys can see the bottom of the Pi Cycle, so the bottom moving average, the orange line. We've been holding as support. It's basically the 20-week moving average. So let's keep it real. You know what I mean? Like, it's not anything crazy. We held it once. We held it. Well, we went slightly below it, but we held it, and then now we're holding it again, right? If you look at these other cycles, when we get back above the 20-week moving average, or the bottom of the Pi Cycle Pi Cycle Top indicator, you can see back here in 2019, we usually come up to the top moving average, right? So the blue moving average before we correct, right? And this is something we've talked about since January. Where we're at 16K. We say we get back above the bull market support band. We typically go up to the retracement levels. That's what we've been saying the whole year, right? And basically, where is this blue moving average right now? It's at 47K, which happens to be the golden pocket. So my thinking still remains the same, right? So when we get back above this orange line, we go back up to the blue line before correcting. We did the same thing back over here, 2015, right? We got back above the orange line. What did we do? We went back up to the blue line before correcting, right? And that's all I think we're doing. I think, right now you just get a headache when you go on Twitter and you go on YouTube and people change their minds every single day on where the direction Bitcoin's going. And I've been pretty consistent in what I think, right? As long as we continue to hold the bull market support band, I think Bitcoin's going higher. And so far, that's all we've done, right? So still think at some point, right, we are going to see Bitcoin come up to this blue moving average because that's typically what it does. So that's what we got, man. I mean, we could say, no, it's not going to. This time's going to be different. I always caution of saying this time is going to be different. Because whenever people start saying this time is going to be different, I've done that before. And I've looked like a stupid
bruh.
I've looked like a stupid bra trying to say this time is different. But I don't think Bitcoin's doing anything different than it always has, right? It's taking its sweet time, which it's really not. This is like something that Bitcoin typically does, is has this initial impulse up, months of sideways, which we've been going sideways since March. Let's be real. We haven't done shit in 4 months, right? We've had these scenarios before, right? We've had first impulse up from COVID. Where did we do? From April to October, which was 5 months, we really didn't go anywhere, before Bitcoin eventually broke up. And we also talked about back what I think we're doing more like 2016, which we had our first impulse up. What did we do? We went sideways for 6 months before having the next impulse up, right? And that's all we've really been doing. And I think we're trying to overcomplicate this, right? We're really trying to overcomplicate this, guys. Bull market support band support. 31K is rock solid resistance. We're going to get squeezed in here. And the thing is, I wanted to look and say, when could we maybe expect to move, right? Because I think we're all sick of the crab market, man. So enough about where I think Bitcoin's going. When maybe could we think Bitcoin's going there? That's what I want to talk about today. When could Bitcoin break 31K realistically? Well, I'm just going to look at it like this. Say the bull market support band continues up like this, right? Let's do a little dubious speculation, as we like to call it, guys. All right, let's take the brush tool. Let's say the bull market support band comes up slowly like it has been doing. Let's just do the slowest possible route, okay? This is basically the slowest possible route. Let's say it just keeps going up like this, okay? And then let's say 31, let's extend 31K over, okay? And let's assume that we hold the bull market support band, which I think we're going to do it. That's what we've done typically, right? Let's say we just continue to hold the bull market support band and 31K keeps acting as resistance. This would tell me that, okay, maybe Bitcoin goes sideways for another 2 months. Could you stomach that? I kind of hope it does. I hope Bitcoin goes sideways for another 2 months, man. There's still some altcoins I want to DCA in, man. So I'm hoping for this scenario. Let's say Bitcoin stays above the bull market support band but below 31K. Where would that put it? That would put a breakout somewhere by the middle of October. Okay. Once again, another like 2 months. Could you stomach that? I don't know. I don't know if most people could. But let's say like the middle of October, which I think also makes sense because if we went sideways like this for another 2 months, right? Let's say Bitcoin does something like this for another 2 months, just keeps picking higher lows, kind of like how it did back here, right? See this scenario right here? See how Bitcoin just kept putting in higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, but it couldn't break this resistance? And I wasn't in the market in 2015, but I'm sure people were saying the same thing. Oh my God, it can't break $474. It can't do it. Look at that big rejection. It's bearish, right? Couldn't do it. Rejection, double top. Nope, higher low. Come back up again. Rejected. Oh, triple top. Nope. Come back up again. Oh, quadruple top. And nope, oh, it's over. And eventually, we just ended up getting squeezed in between this resistance and higher lows above the bull market support band before we actually broke to the upside, right? So that's kind of the way I'm looking at it right now. I would be prepared mentally, right? Get it in your head, right? For another, just think of like the worst, I would think of the worst case scenario for crab market. 2 months of sideways. Just mentally prepare yourself for that. Doesn't have to take 2 months, but if we do like we did in the past, we could just do something like this for 2 months. You know what I mean? And it wouldn't shock me whatsoever if we did something like this for 2 months. Doesn't have to be this exact price action, but you guys get the point. You know, so that's the way I'm looking at it. I think that there's a scenario where Bitcoin does not get above 31K until the middle of October-ish, but also doesn't break the bull market support band. And we just get absolutely so bored. Even more bored than we are now, fellas. You know what I mean? Like, it could get worse. Way worse. And that also, what I think was cool, is I think the NASDAQ's getting close to a low. I think the NASDAQ's going to hold these previous close highs right here. That would also give the NASDAQ and the S&P time to find a low on this correction and make its way and try to get back to all-time highs, right? By maybe October, November, because that's typically, we know when Bitcoin breaks out heavy is when S&P gets to all-time highs. That would give it another 2 months to finish the correction and try to come higher, right? So, it all kind of makes sense in a nutshell. So, I would just, like I said, be mentally prepared maybe for some more sideways. Doesn't have to be. I don't really care what it does at this point. I kind of want it to go sideways for a little longer so I can get some like slow bleeding altcoins. But yeah, that's what I want to talk about today, time frame wise, because we all have a guess of where Bitcoin's going to go, up or down, but when's always the question. I would say probably 2 months. You know what I mean? Kennedy said, I'll take another 2. Kennedy, I'll take 3. Shit. You know what I'm saying? We've always said 2023 is the year of accumulation. We're not expecting moon in 2023, right? We're expecting higher prices in 2024 and beyond. We're never expecting all-time highs in 2023 anyways. 2023 is the year to build your positions. At least it's been my year to build positions. So I'm cool with Bitcoin going sideways, honestly. But like, I think when you're staring at the charts all day, that's when it can kill you, man. You know? So that's my thought process right now. I think we're gonna grind. It's gonna be a grind, I think. I think Bitcoin's gonna grind higher from this point, but it's not gonna be these big moves. It's gonna be like what we've seen the last few days, which is big moves up, smacked back down. You know what I mean? But like I think from this point we continue to hold this trend line, but it's gonna be a grind. It's not gonna be a fun time. You know what I mean? It's going to be slightly frustrating. You know, it's going to be frustrating for people who don't have patience, I guess. But yeah, that's my thought process on Bitcoin, guys. Robert said sideways for longer is good. After it breaks this range, there is no reason to buy BTC again until the end of 2026. I agree, man. I mean, listen, I already went on my rant yesterday about the doomsday scenario. You know what I mean? It's like, so if we go sideways for another couple months, get more time to accumulate, because in this bull market, I want to make as much as possible. I think we all do, right? So, yeah. Horse Guy wants to pump now. He probably does, man. Let's ask Horse Guy what he wants, because I got what I want, but what does the fam want? Let's see. Horse Guy, come here, bud. Hey, guys, don't listen to Jordan. We are pumping tomorrow. Look at this current 4-hour green candle for Bitcoin. We are not going to go sideways for longer. We are going to pump today. Yes, I already FOMO'd on this green candle right here. Well, I did earlier. Don't tell Jordan. I told Jordan I will not FOMO anymore. I will buy low. But I bossed on this wick. But it's okay. I am only slightly underwater. I will be back in profit soon, guys. Okay? So, yeah, I'm going to eat some hay and hope that my long gets in profit, because right now I am underwater, but I was told underwater is fine. Hold underwater. Okay, I'll be back. See ya. Thanks, Horse Guy. Enjoy your hay, man. I'm probably gonna have some pizza later. If you want a slice, let me know. All right. Only you can get a slice. Maj can't get a slice. All right. Anyways, guys, tonight, you know what I'm getting tonight. I'm getting a nice DiGiorno pepperoni pizza tonight, guys. It's one of those nights. You ever know one of those nights where you're just like, I want a freaking pizza? That's tonight, fellas. Like, it's just a pizza night, man. A big, huge, giant pepperoni pizza. DiGiorno, though. Because I actually like DiGiorno. Some people like don't like those DiGiorno pizzas. I think the DiGiorno pizzas are fantastic. One of the best, like the best frozen pizza in my personal opinion. I actually think it's better than, to be honest, it's better than most of the pizza places around here. I'll tell you that. Anyways, besides that, all right. So we talked enough about Bitcoin. Tomorrow's CPI day, by the way. CPI is at it's usually at 8:30. Is it 8:30 tomorrow? Let's see. CPI day. Woohoo! I'm so sick of these, man. I can't wait till we get back to a market where we don't have to give a shit about this stuff. All right. Yeah, tomorrow, 8:30 CPI, guys. So get ready for that. I don't expect... Honestly, these have been such letdowns lately for volatility. The only way we get volatility tomorrow morning, the only way that we do, okay, is if CPI comes in lower than 3, okay? It's projected 3.3. If it comes in less than 3%, the market will go nuts because right now everyone's projecting that inflation's going back up. If it comes in lower than 3, it's going to pump. If it comes in what is expected between 3 and 3.3, we're not going to do shit. It's going to be so pointless. So I wouldn't expect anything big unless there's like this magic surprise of CPI that comes in lower than 3%. Could. We never know. But I wouldn't get my hopes up for anything crazy to happen tomorrow morning. That's going to be like groundbreaking shit unless inflation shows that it's going down. So that's tomorrow. Altcoins. Altcoin market. Some green today, some red. You have some good gainers. Aptos up 10%. But I think that the ones to focus on are the ones that are trending, right? So Chainlink continues to be, one of the better gainers here. $7.75. $10 waiting room on Chainlink, baby. Let's get it. Bath knows.
Strap up. We're going to the moon.
$10 waiting room on Chainlink here. Chainlink's doing well. Pepe's up 5. Other than that, not too much going on. The ones that I want to buy are going up. It's pissing me off. Like, I wanted DCA more for Chainlink, but now Chainlink's going up. But it's okay. I'm happy with my Chainlink position. I want to buy some Render. What do you know? Render's the one that's up today. DYDX. I want to buy some more DYDX, but it's going up. Uniswap. It wants to go up. Yeah, all the ones that I like are going up here. ADA's up a little bit, but nothing crazy happening today, guys. It's just consolidation nation, I guess. I like that. Consolidation nation here for the altcoin market, and that's what we've been talking about. It's going to be a slow grind here. It's not going to be anything crazy for the altcoin market, but this is the time where for the rest of 2023, I keep saying 2024, man. It's almost 2024, shit. The rest of 2023, it's researching and building the portfolio that you want to have going into 2024, man. Because I told you guys this, I don't want any regrets going into this time, right? And I know the famous saying is this time is different. If it's this time is different, that's okay. I don't invest more than I can afford to lose. But I will not have any regrets going into this bull market, man. Right? So I am to the end of 2023. I am stacking. And that's all I'm doing. I think my biggest thing for me is buying shit in 2023 and then telling myself I will not buy anything else. I will not buy anything in 2024. I will not buy anything in 2025. Those years are for selling. No more buying, man. You know what I'm saying? The end of 2022 and 2023 were the year for buying. Next 2 years are for selling only. That's kind of my plan. That's what I've told myself, and that's what I'm going to stick to. So, total 3, just grinding. I think it's going to grind in here probably for a little bit, right? Which is cool. You'll have the outlier altcoins that pump, but this is cool, man. This is cool. Give me, like I said, give me another 5 months in here, man. I take it all day. Yo, Crypto Sam. You said, Jordan, I have a nice bag of FET. What does your TA and FIB say we could go into next bull? FET, man. Let's look at FET. FET's another interesting one, too. I want to be more exposed into AI and crypto, but I already own a good amount of the AI stocks. So, like I said, I don't want to be overexposed into the AI sector, man. I like the AI sector. I think I'm bullish on it, but I also... There's a lot of hype on that shit right now, right? So you don't want to be too overexposed. FET. Man, where does this bottom out? I said I want to buy FET at like 12 cents. I don't think it's going to... It might get there. It might get there. It's back below the bull market support band. It could get there. Where could FET go? Let's see. Let's just take its previous high to its previous low. Oh, shit. What the frick? Hold on. Let's take the high to the low. Okay, it doesn't want to do it. There we go. All right. Let's do some fibs on FET. You know, FET AI. I think the best thing we can do for targets in a bull run is the 1618 to 2618. Those will probably be good take profit levels. I am under the assumption that altcoins won't do as well as they did in 2021. So I don't think a lot of them will reach their 4236 extension. I think a lot of them will top at the 1618 and 2618, just because market caps are bigger and there's more of them. So, you know, 192, it's about a 10x from here. $3, about a 20x. And FET's not even in the top 100, so I think that's totally reasonable. Anything above that is gravy, you know, like you're anything above that, you have a moon bag, but like I personally would be mostly out by 3. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to hold any like significant bag above that. Anything above that, you're just kind of like, I guess, holding just in case it goes freaking 100x or some shit. Because there'll be coins that go 100x. But yeah, FET. I still think there's a possibility it could go lower though, in the short term. You know, which is fine. Like, it's not a big deal. But yeah, it's FET, man. You know. Here we are. I'm bullish on AI, though. I want Render. Render's my favorite one. But it doesn't want to pull back to my levels, man. Shit. Oh, Mike. What's going on, bro? What's going on, Mike? Good to see you, buddy. Amrit, did this year to buy spot, then use spare money to trade and bull? Amrit, you know what I mean, man. The best time to trade is in trending markets. The worst time to trade is in frickin' these markets where you have big frickin' runs. You know, and basically, you know, the best time to trade is in trending markets. I always say, like, the best time to use leverage is in, like, a bull run, you know, where you can get bailed out sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, in a bull run, you could get it wrong. It drops a little bit, but it's going to pump again. You know what I mean? In this type of market, it's just, ugh. There's just not enough volatility. It just makes it like dreadful, you know. You just barely get any moves, you know. Like, you'll be lucky to get 1% move a day, which, I mean, is fine. But like, that means you got to catch the exact low and exact high for that 1% move, which most people aren't going to do. So, yeah, man, buy spot. I mean, I think the best thing to do is buy spot in the bear. Spot. What ends up happening is a lot of people trade. And what ends up happening is you could have just bought spot with that money. But what happens is someone tries to trade. They get liquidated on that money, right? They could have just bought spot. And I always like to say this. In crypto, you don't have to use leverage, man. You don't have to use leverage. Because in a bull market, they go up so much. You know what I mean? You're better off just buying spot and waiting for the 5, 10, 15x. You know what I mean? The chances that you 5, 10, 15, 20x your money trading is very slim. Very slim. There's probably 0.001% of people who will do that in their lifetime. Very slim. You're better off just buying spot and waiting if you have conviction that the market's going to go higher, right? You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Elliot said, don't overtrade. True. Mike said, stocks have been more fun lately. Lately, yeah. I mean, lately you got some nice shorts on the stocks here. But yeah, stocks have just been so volatile. You get massive moves up. Now you're getting a decent correction. It's really nothing in the grand scheme of things, though. You know? You got this kind of thing here. Why would you ever leverage? Yeah, I think there's a time. Now, I think leverage trading should be more for fun on the side. You know what I'm saying? Should be more for fun on the side, in my opinion. There's some people who can do it really, really well, like consistently. I do it more for fun. I think it's kind of fun. But I always like to say the big gains come from just buying spot and holding. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where the big gains come from. You know, you'll see people on Twitter and people on crypto Twitter and on YouTube with these massive trades, but you got to understand, a lot of them don't really show their losses. They only show their wins. You know what I mean? So it's cool, man. We can show the 100% gain on the long, but not the 3 times that we got stopped out. You know what I mean? It is what it is, which is fine. But like I said, the real gains come from just holding spot, dude. It's boring. It's not fun. It's not sexy. It's not as sexy as throwing up a 200% P&L on a long, you know, because you don't get any credit for making money on spot, you know, because it is what it is. But you get a lot of credit throwing that P&L up. You know what I mean? Anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Buy OP at 1, not now. Yeah, OP is one you want to wait for a pullback. OP is already mooned, man. At least in the short term. Like, you don't want to buy the ones that pumps. We always say this. Don't buy the coins that pump, guys. Buy the ones that aren't doing shit at the lows. Like, OP is not one you, like, all right, it's down 7% today. OP is not one the last few weeks you've been wanting to buy. Okay? You wanted to buy OP when it was down here, right? Yeah, there's a couple of times that was down here. If OP comes back down to like 110, 90 cents, hell yeah, man. I'll look to add OP. But you don't want to be buying shit that pumps. Because it's like that's the thing. There's so many altcoins now. You don't want to be buying pumps. You know what I mean? You just don't want to be doing it. Even Chainlink. Like, Chainlink's up. I love Chainlink. I'm in $10 waiting room for Chainlink. I'm not looking to buy Chainlink here. Shit. I ain't trying to do that. You know? Uniswap. I love Uniswap, man. Am I looking to buy Uniswap right here? Hell no. You know what I mean? I'm not looking to buy Uniswap. Even though Chainlink and Uniswap are 2 of my favorite alts. I'm not looking to buy these here. Shit. They've already pumped. You know, if they pull back, I'll buy them. But there's 20, 30. I don't even think there's 20,000 anymore. I think there's 30,000. You know what I mean? Just find another alt. Shit, bro. Spot is sexy to me. Nice boot. Boot. I love it, man. I love it, boot. Isn't BTC just a scam? Said Randy. Here's what I'll say, Randy. People who buy high say Bitcoin's a scam. People who buy low like Bitcoin. That's how it is, man. Anyone who loses money in something says that thing's a scam. That's just human nature. You know what I mean? That's just how it is, man. You know, just go on Reddit Buckcoin, right? One day we should go on Reddit Buckcoin on the stream, guys. Should we do that today? Should we go on Reddit Buckcoin? Maybe we should go on Reddit Buckcoin. But yeah, if you ever want to see a sad, depressing place that people just calling Bitcoin a scam, just go on Reddit Buckcoin. 90% of them bought the top. That's why they're over there. Wayne said prostitutes are scams. I don't know. Wayne, what is your reasoning for this, man? You know? I don't know. Let's see. How do you feel about VeChain? Sal said Bozo will buy when Link is $30. Are you talking about me, man? I bought Link at the Pico low, bro. I'm no hindsight guy. You know, that's the thing. There's so many hindsight people in this space. I'm going to tell you when I'm bullish on something, when I'm bullish on it. So if you're talking about me, I got bullish on Chainlink right here on the reclaim of this range. So I'm in on Chainlink at 550. I'm not going to be buying at $30. I don't know if you're talking about me as the bozo. what I'm saying? Just because I won't buy it here doesn't mean I didn't already buy it. You know? So you could take your bozo ass and buy a 750. You know what I'm saying? Verhoopty said, I'm in the backyard having a fire, beer, and doobie. Fire, beer, and doobie! Verhoopty's having a good night, man. Shout out to Verhoopty. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Dion said, what the hell is a Pico low, bro? A Pico low is a Pico low. A Pico low is the absolute low, man. It's the low of the low. It's the low. You can't get much lower than the low. You know what I'm saying? Fire and Lave said $1. Bro, you didn't put any message. What the hell, man? You got to put the message. Fire and Lave, just put it in the chat, man. I'll see you. It's a slow day today in the chat. Just put it in the chat. I'll see your message, bro. We didn't waste the $1. Appreciate you though, man. But I'll see your message. Ryan, Veg, and Tech. Randy, who's that, man? I don't know who that is. Wait, Mamba, how'd you do that, man? Mamba, how'd you do that, bro? Like, you have something that popped up. Let's see. Cheers, Scott. Cheers, man. Good to see you, bro. Oh, man. What a day, guys. What a freaking day. It's a great DiGiorno day, guys. I'll tell you. It was a good day today. Maj, you thought it was a good day today, right? Yeah. You texted me and you were like, oh my God, the weather is great. Was it windy this morning over here? Yeah, I don't remember though. Yeah. Randy's the guy that plays the old video games like me. Dude, I like old video games too. Listen, I love Mario Kart. We're going to start talking about, or we talked enough about Bitcoin today, I think. If you missed my Bitcoin analysis, guys, just rewind. I think we got some more sideways here. I think we got slow grind up and sideways, right? But it's going to be painful. It's not going to be like this grind up that's fun. It's going to be a slow, painful grind up. Yeah, I like the old video games, man. I like the Mario Kart. I can play Mario Kart like crazy. I like Duck Hunt. You know, you're going out in the woods and you're shooting the ducks on the old Nintendo with those guns. I like the Duck Hunt. I like just the original Mario. You can't go wrong with that. Donkey Kong, I think, is overrated. I think Donkey Kong, overrated game. I personally think Sonic, overrated game. Sonic's not great. Monkey Ball. You guys ever play Monkey Ball? That shit's good. That's a good game, man. Monkey Ball is pretty freaking good. I think remember the one where the monkey's in the ball and he's rolling. You gotta get him in the hole. You know what I'm talking about. That one's good. It's another good game. It's a lot of good games, man. Randy said, can you do a deep dive on US CME futures? On ES? Yeah, man. ES is getting a nice pullback. I think let's zoom in a little bit. So let's zoom into the daily on this bad boy. Daily stocks are actually fully reset, which is nice on this one. Let's see. See if we can find anything on this that's interesting. Let's do a 0.5 retrace, because I noticed that the S&P loves to do 0.5 retraces. Let me see where you're at right now. You're actually slightly below. Let me do this. Do I have these lined up nicely? I do. Okay, cool. You got the 0.5 retrace. I think as you come into where you've traded before, I think we're just filling in the inequality in the chart, right? Now you do have this gap right here. You know, the one thing that is a little bit, this would be about 4% move down. You'd still have this gap right here on the S&P, right? Now, do gaps have to be filled? No, they don't have to be filled. I'm sure we can find one that's not filled back in the day. Let's see. Can we find a gap that was not filled? We're having a kind of a tough time finding a gap that wasn't filled here. We're having a tough time, man. This is crazy. But yeah, there's still a gap right here. That's like the one thing that's kind of like, okay, do we come and fill this gap, which would be like a nice little retest to this August high? We could. We could slowly make our way back down to this August high, back test this, and then get a bounce, something like that. We could certainly come all the way back down there. I think if we don't fill the gap, which we don't always do it, we're gonna want to hold in this zone, right? Where we have like some of the weekly candles, daily candles in here. We're gonna want to hold this zone right here. But when I'm looking at it, when I'm looking at it, I actually would not be shocked to see it come and fill this gap. But it would be like a quick move. I don't think it would be something that like you're staying there for a while. At least if it broke this high, it's over. It wouldn't be great here for the S&P. But we've already pulled back. We pulled back about 3%. So what's another 3% among friends? We basically did that in a week. We could do it. Maybe next week we have a little bit more pullback. But I mean, we did 3% in a week. We could do another 3% in a week. It's not the end of the world. But in my opinion, this August high holds. And the S&P just continues to kind of like make this higher low structure on the bigger time frames. That's really that. I mean, nothing crazy. Nothing too crazy. Wes said, I still play the old 16-bit Super Nintendo. Nice, Wes. That's awesome, dude. I honestly, the only game I play now is 2K. I play some NBA 2K. That's it. And I don't even play that often. I maybe play like once a week. But I got to get some 2K in, man. I got to get that basketball out in me. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Wes, though. Good to see you, bro.
Strap up. We're going to the moon.
Tetris was my favorite. Tetris. That's really old school. You guys remember the old Minesweeper on the computers? Basically, the old computers had Minesweeper. They had the pinball game. You know, the pinball on the computer. They had Solitaire. It was Minesweeper, Pinball, and Solitaire. Those were the three OG, I think, like Windows games. I loved Minesweeper, man. Minesweeper was my shit. Pinball was good too, but I like playing real life pinball when you're like actually pressing the buttons. Solitaire is fine. Like if you're really bored, you'll pull up Solitaire and play Solitaire. But it's not like one thing you're like, yes, I want to play Solitaire. You never get pumped for Solitaire. Shit. Mark said all this talk about filling gaps. The only gap I need to fill is my mouth with that pepperoni pizza, which is coming soon, guys. It's coming real soon. Boots said, Jordan, how can you call the GameCube a terrible console when you named like 3 games that were on it? True. I only played a few games on GameCube. My favorite game on the GameCube was actually that like open world Pokemon game. That was a good game back in the day. That open world Pokemon game, it was called like, I forget what it was called, but it basically, I don't know. I don't really remember much about it, but it was a good game. Other than that, I don't really remember much on the GameCube, man. I was never a GameCube guy. I was a PS2. I was a 360, PS2, PS1. I remember the old Sony logo. I missed that logo, man. That was a good little logo there. That was a good logo, man. So iconic. The OG Sony logo. So iconic, man. Guys, I said the only gap I want to fill is pizza. Don't be thinking I want to stick pickles in my mouth. Okay? We're talking pizza. Pepperoni, cheese, crust, sauce, not pickles. Not long things. Okay? Wide. That's still wrong. Wide things. That's still wrong when you think about it. Fellas. If one of you guys is a render whale, can you dump render, man? Can you dump render back to $1? Please? Like, your render whales are killing me, bro. I know it's going back down there. I know it is. Right? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. I'm going to get left in the dust. But can one of you render whales, maybe just sell a couple mil and just like get it back down to the golden pocket? That would be great. That would be fantastic. I would very much appreciate that from you. Sure, Jordan is a big veiny pizza. Oh God, we're getting nasty with these jokes. No, man. If the pepperoni's veiny, you gotta return that pepperoni, bro. You just need the nice smooth pepperonis. Look at Bitcoin, man. What's Truflation look like today? What the frick is this? Well, we know we got CPIs tomorrow, man. 8:30. You guys think anything's gonna happen tomorrow with that? I don't think anything's gonna happen with that, to be honest. Like these FOMC meetings and SCPIs have been so pointless lately. It's just a bunch of hoopla. They lie about the numbers, anyways. Let's be honest. Truflation showing 2.33. But the problem with Truflation is we got 3 last time. And we got, I don't know what to think tomorrow. The market thinks 3.3. But if I'm going based off like the trend of Truflation, which the trend of Truflation, we've been pretty on the money with a lot of the CPI calls as CPI going to continue down. If we're going based off Truflation, we should either stay relatively the same or even go slightly lower. So the fact that they're expecting 3.3 is kind of interesting to me, actually. I don't know. I probably won't even pay attention to it tomorrow. I'll probably see it, at 10 o'clock and be like, oh, okay, Bitcoin didn't move. And no matter what it was. Wes said, bro, remember Larry 1 on Windows? What the frick is Larry 1, Wes? Larry 1? I don't know who Larry 1, Larry 2, Larry 3, Larry 4, Larry 69. I don't know any Larry. Who the hell is Larry 1? I gotta Google this now. I better not be Googling something I don't want to see, man. You better not get me to look at this. Larry 1. The frick is this? What is this? Leisure Suite Larry in the Land of Lounge Lizards? That's a 9 out of 10 on Steam. Seems like people liked it. Lizards is a graphic adventure game developed by Sierra Online. It was developed for the PC, published in 1987. Man! That's an old game, dude. Leisure Suit Larry 1. I never played this game, man. I've never even seen it before. Which means it's probably before my time. It came out in 1987, so it makes sense. It's before my time, bro. What kind of name is that, though? Leisure Suite Larry 1? That's like such a confusing name, I feel like. Sierra Games? Mike, you play that? Mike, I feel like Mike played that, dude. Drunk Bear played it. I know he did. I know Drunk Bear played it. It's Drunk Bear definitely played that. You just try to bang broads in the game? That's all you do? Sounds quite easy. Interesting. It must be like Sims. Sims was a good game. That's one we haven't talked about. Sims was a great computer game. There's so many things you can do in Sim. Like, you can just, like, build stuff. You can, like, try to, like, build your house. You can try to, like, make more money. You can, like, get a car. I bet the old ones are pretty advanced, too. Roller Coaster Tycoon? Roller Coaster Tycoon, bro. We'll play that all day. I love some Roller Coaster Tycoon. Zoo Tycoon was even better, I think. What I used to do was I just used to basically put a bunch of animals in the zoo and just have them fight each other. I basically made a bunch of cages and then broke their cages so they all escaped and they all like fought each other and ate each other. And basically attacked like the civilians in the zoo. Future serial killer? Maybe. I don't know. Mall Tycoon is pretty good too. Good old Maxis. I think they made Police Quest games too. Oh. Shit. I used to get down with the original Sims. Nice, Drew. Yeah, I played all these games, guys. Like I told you, I was a gamer. I was a huge gamer. All these games you're talking about, besides this like Sierra 1, but I've never heard about Sierra 1. Like, what is that shit? All right. Let's see. What else could we talk about in the market? There's not too much going on, guys. I think we can basically sum up the market in about 30 minutes, and that's basically what we did today. In 30 minutes, I think Bitcoin holds the bull market support band, but does not get back above 31K, possibly for another 2 months, right? As we squeeze, I think we're going to squeeze through here, above here, below here. We might have control to hold this trend line. This trend line is just there, but like we could easily just like do this. I think we squeeze in here, just make higher lows till we eventually kind of break out. We could still go sideways for a long time. S&P, we're kind of waiting for the correction to be done, I think. And we're still waiting for that to get closer to all-time highs. Altcoin market probably just stays down here. You'll have altcoins that go up, go down. They'll change every day, but mostly the altcoin market probably just goes sideways. Probably for a little bit, right? And I know that's not the most exciting analysis. We want pump now, we want pump later. But just remember, the longer it goes sideways, the volatility is already at the lowest it's ever been in Bitcoin's history. The longer it goes sideways, it's like a spring, right? Weekly Bollinger Bands, tightest they've ever been. 2-week historical volatility, lowest it's ever been. The longer it goes sideways, it's like a little spring that goes like this. And then when it releases, it's like, wonk! Okay? You want to be here for the wonk! Okay? Just be ready for the wonk. Jordan, go old school. I don't want to go old school, man. I'll tell you this, though. I like middle school. I don't want to be old school. I don't want to be new school. New games are trash. Game companies have more... We talked about this the other day. Game companies have more technology than ever. They even have AI to write programs for them now. And their games are still trash. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense to me. Old school games, okay, they obviously created stuff. Cool. The middle school games are the best. I feel like the mid-2000s was the best period for games being made, right? When you had the OG GTAs and OG Call of Duties and OG Halos and CSGO, and you had all these games, like primetime games. You're never going to forget those games. Now the games are trash, absolute trash. That's why I don't really play games, because they're trash. There's nothing that like gets you pumped, you know. It's horrible, bro. You had freaking Skyrim. We can go down. We had The Witcher 3. You had so many good games in that like mid 2000s period, man. Then came Quake. 2000, 2011 for sure. Yeah, that's the exact golden age of gaming. It's literally when I was a gamer. Now the games are trash. Now the kids play like Roblox, which is a different type of game than I think we all played when we were kids. Which basically what Roblox is Roblox is basically the metaverse. And that's why I'm telling you guys, when the younger generation gets older, the people make fun of the metaverse and they make fun of Zuckerberg for spending so much money on the metaverse. I'm telling you, the metaverse is going to be big. The metaverse is going to be freaking big because all the kids play Roblox now. Okay? And Roblox is basically a metaverse. It's just basically you have your own little character that you walk around, you talk to your friends, and you do little activities. That's exactly what the metaverse is going to be. It's probably going to be another like 10 years for that to happen. But when the time comes, there's a reason why Zuck, one of the smartest people, one of the best people who knows how to make money on this earth, is investing like a crazy amount of money in the metaverse, man. That shit's going to be big. That's what kids like. That's what the kids like now. We don't like that shit because we don't grow up like that. But that's what the kids like. We think it's stupid. Just like boomers who are 80, 90s year old now thought the internet was stupid. You know what I mean? Oh, the internet's stupid. Right? A lot of those people can't even use the internet still. You know what I mean? Because they don't want to do it. Just like when we're old, the metaverse will be big. AI will be big, but we won't want to use it because we'll be old and stuck in our ways, you know? Stefan said, Aurora thoughts? Let's look at Aurora, man. Shout out to Stefan, bro. Thanks for coming in and hanging out. And, Thanks for coming to the crab market, guys, as always. I appreciate you guys for being here. Like I said, I just enjoy coming on. And even though there's not much to talk about with the market, we can basically sum it up in 20, 30 minutes. I enjoy hanging out with you guys for a little bit. And just talking, shooting the shit. And there'll be a time, I'll tell you this, if you're bored with the market, there's going to be a time where we're probably going to be talking about crypto for 2 hours straight, right? And then that probably won't have been enough time to talk about crypto. There's going to be a time. Now is the time where we keep it easy and we shoot the shit. But there's going to be a time where there's not going to be enough time on the stream to talk about things that we need to talk about. Anyways, Aurora, I don't say there's too much to say with this one, man. You've just been slow bleeding down since about February. You got one green candle here. There's not much to say about this one, man. This one's just been a slow bleed. You know? You're getting a green candle right now, but you've had these days where you get these green candles. A lot of times they get sold off. This, like for me, this is not an altcoin I'm interested in because I don't have any where to be confident in a buy. You've just been slow bleeding down. There's no range. Give me a range. There's no range. Yes, you're getting a nice like bullish engulfing on the weekly, but it's also Wednesday. You know, there's still 5 days left in the week. Or this candle could turn into one of these big wick candles. You know, I can't get pumped with this one. Not enough data for bullish divergence. You know, this is just one that's for my style, which is just finding something that's in a range and looking for like Wyckoff and accumulation, or just looking for a range and buying the range. This one's tough for me. I maybe a short-term play back to the bull market support band here, but other than that, there's not enough to go off of. You're just kind of slowly bleeding down like this with no price action looking left. You just kind of like in the middle. You're basically you would want to be to the upside, to the downside, basically, where you don't have anywhere to base it off of, you know? Let's see. For sure, augmented reality is more the future. Yeah. Reality will be augmented. Facts, Bath. It will, man. I think, you know, Elon, I think, is ahead of the game with that stuff. I think, you know, it's funny that these guys are fighting. I think those two guys are the most forward-looking people. Like, Elon's already got the freaking building the Neuralink where you basically put in your head and you freaking see shit. That's what's coming too. The thing where you can put something in your head and basically anything you need to know, you can just think it, say it, and it's going to freaking show you it in front of your face. You're not going to need a computer or a phone. You're just going to be able to do it automatically, which is going to be insane. And he's already building that. And then Zuck's got the metaverse. Those are two things I think are going to be big, man. You know, it's going to be crazy, dude. The technology, we live in the most crazy time in history where technology is just going to go absolutely nuts, right? Like right now, we're looking at a computer. I bet in 10, 15 years, we ain't going to be looking at a computer, man. We don't. I can't even fathom what we're going to be looking at. I think we're going to look at like a freaking holographic shit. You know what I mean? It's like 3D, you know? And we ain't going to be looking at a screen. It's going to be crazy, dude. OnlyFans Go. Let's go, man. Yeah, dude, there we go. It's like Pokemon Go, but you have to go around and find all the gym leaders and... Yeah. That would be... Dude. Oh, my God. Those... I still don't get guys who pay for it. Like, if you guys do it, okay. Like, I'm just going to be honest. I don't get you guys. Who the frick pays for OnlyFans, man? Like, come on. That's just desperate. Guys, if you really need to watch something, just go on the hub. Hub.com, bro. Free. There you go. Who the frick is paying for that shit? I could talk about that all day. Don't get me started with that. That is some, what the hell, man? Why are you paying for pics? Dude, Google. You want a foot? Google.
Google boobies.
You want a video? The hub. It's free. Why the frick are people paying these? I just don't get it. Now, I get some people are just desperate, but like, dude, you can be desperate and just do it for free. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. And it's the worse than you think, because you got people paying for fart jars, which is that is like the biggest thing that blows my mind. I don't understand. I'll never understand this. But yeah, like Bass said, I think eventually you're going to have the reality thing where you're looking through it, and you basically are going to have OnlyFans on there, and they're going to basically probably just be able to do whatever you want them to do right in front of you, right? And it's the future is exciting, but also kind of a weird, probably going to be a very weird place. It's like that Black Mirror episode. If you guys ever seen that Black Mirror episode where basically they're basically all like on the bikes and basically they play games to get points, and that's how they live. And oh man, it's gonna be like that, dude. It's gonna be like that. You know, Wayne said, I'm not putting a chip in my hand unless it comes with vibrate mode, like a my God, dude. You know, like, that's what I mean. Jordan thought about this a lot. I did, man. Because you guys don't understand, like, the future's going to be crazy, man. Think about 20 years ago. Not even 30, I'd say it's longer now. Think about 30 years ago. How life was. So different. It's so different, dude. So different than it was. It's crazy. Social scores. Oh, yeah, that's coming, Drunk Bear. They're already doing that in China. They already have the social score system in China. It's coming over here, too. If you don't think it is, wake up. That's coming over here, too, eventually. They already got that going on in China, man. Where basically you get social scores. You have a bunch of cameras watching you in the city. If you do something nice, your score goes up. If you do something bad, your score goes down. If you help someone, they can say, "Oh, he helped me." Your score goes up. If you flip someone off, they can say, "Oh, this guy flipped me off." Your score goes down. It's basically a social score. And basically, the higher your score is, socially, you'll get discounts. You'll get like discounts at stores, discounts for transportation, discounts for gas. If your score is really bad, you might have to pay more. You might not be able to take a train or a bus. That shit is already going on over there, man. And that's another Black Mirror. The show Black Mirror that came out like 10 years ago is so ahead of everything. They have all these ideas that are actually happening now, which is crazy. It's insane, dude. Amber said, new viewers thinking, is this a crypto stream or an adult chat? Sure, we're talking about OnlyFans and fart jars. It's a crypto stream, man. It is. One day it'll be a full crypto stream, but that ain't today. That definitely ain't today, bro. If I had to talk about, guys, be honest, if I had to talk about crypto for 2 hours straight, I would go insane. Like there's anyone who's talking about crypto for 2 hours straight literally is just making shit up, because there just isn't much stuff to talk about, man. Right? There's not. And I think at that point you're just talking about shit that's pointless. You know? I think you can sum up the market very easily in like 20 minutes. S&P is pulling back, right? Bitcoin goes up when the S&P hits all-time highs. Altcoins just consolidating at the lows. It's my accumulation time for the altcoin market, because I believe it's in the spring phase, and Bitcoin is in this long, drawn-out sideways period, which, historically speaking, we probably expect at least not at least another 2 months. I would say we should get in your mind of another 2 months of boring sideways action. But that's it. Like, I think other than that, I think you're just making shit up. You know what I mean? Like, you're really just making shit up at that point. Trading honest and disagree. I can talk about crypto for a week in a row. I can, but I think basically you can talk about individual altcoins, but if you're looking for a true Bitcoin, a true altcoin market where they're going nuts, not like where one goes up 10%, okay, and then it pulls back, and another one goes up to 10%, where like the whole market goes up, this is the only chart you need to look at. Like, this is it. Like, you don't really need to be looking at the individual altcoins unless you're looking for that certain ones that are in Wyckoff, like the ones that we've already called. I've looked through the market. I don't really see a lot of other ones. I think we sort of talked about the ones that have already played out. I don't really see a lot of Wyckoffs like being formed at the moment. If I do, I'll let you know. But I don't really see any. I've looked through the altcoin market. There's not much. I'm just focused on this. This is it, man. This right here. This right here, man. And then looking at the altcoin market for like ones that you want to buy that are low. Right now, unfortunately, a lot of the ones that I like are sort of moved up a little bit. Which I actually, it sounds like I don't want them to move up. I actually don't want them to move up right now. I actually want the ones that I like to not go up. You know what I mean? But they're just going up. It's pissing me off. And honestly, it is pissing me off because the ones I want to buy are moving up. Like, and there's some of them that I also want to accumulate. PYR, it's basically at the low. Like, PYR is one that's I bought a few times over the last like week. Right here. Closer it gets to low, I want to scoop up some PYR. This is basically my gaming play because I do think there's going to be like last time gaming was huge. The gaming bull was huge last time in crypto in 2021. Like gaming things went berserk. I think they will again. All gaming needs is like just something to happen, man. You just need like. I think Becker says this best. Becker's good with the gaming stuff. I know we sort of talk about Becker a lot. Becker's good with the gaming stuff. He's right. All you need is one good game, and the gaming cryptos will go nuts, just like they did in 2021. And like and that's just how it is. Other than that, like I like Rose. I like the chart of Rose. It's at the lows, but other than that, like most things have already kind of moved up, man. Like. OPs, I don't really want to be buying OP here. I don't want to be buying Chainlink here. I don't want to be buying Uniswap here. I mean, I don't really want to be buying any more XRP because I think XRP, I think it's going to go up, but I think it's, the XRP army doesn't like when I say this, but I think it's a little bit overhyped. Arbitrum, I guess. I mean, you could, Arbitrum, I don't want to be buying it right here either, man. You know, which I guess right here, like you sort of go 2 years from now, it might look like oh, you don't want to buy here. But I'm being kind of greedy at this point because I know there's another altcoins at the lows. Why am I going to buy one that already pumped? SHIB. I don't really want to be buying SHIB. It already kind of moved up. You know. Other than that. Accumulating ADA heavy right now. I'll say this, like ADA was very good to me last time. My thing is like, my thing with ADA, and I don't have anything against ADA. Here's my thing though. ADA has a nice clean range. Like this is a nice accumulation range for ADA here. It makes it easy to accumulate this one. It's not like some of them that are just like just going down and it's just so hard to know when to buy. Like ADA, this is very clean range here. The thing about like the high cap L1s, I just think there's so many of them, you know, and the thing is, so ADA's been through 2 cycles now. What I'll say about ADA is it's one of the only cryptos that's done well 2 cycles in a row. So ADA did really good in 2017, and it did. I mean, it was basically, besides Doge and Shiba, like ADA was like the best gainer in 2021. And it went nuts in 2017 as well. It was basically ADA and Doge. Besides Bitcoin and ETH, ADA and Doge were 2 of the only ones that like went berserk in both bull markets. So I have to give it a little credit, you know, where it's due. Now, I haven't picked up any ADA here. Will I eventually? Maybe. We'll see. But I like what they do, and I like what Charles has planned, but at the same time, for me and what I want to look for, I think I can make more buying something else. And I think that's the biggest thing holding me back from buying ADA. I think I could make more buying. I personally think like OP and Arbitrum will go up more than ADA will. So like my hardest thing for like, not that I don't think ADA will go up. I think ADA is going to go up too. I think I could get more bang out of my buck buying something else. Not that I don't think ADA's going to do well. That's not the point. Doge is pumping. Yeah. Doge is pumping. But I do like ADA, man. I think ADA easily, I mean, ADA back to all-time highs is nothing crazy, man. It's like not even, it's really like, if for crypto standards, it's not even that big of a move. It's not even that big of a move. I'll never sleep on ADA. Yeah. But I think ADA can get back to $3. 10x. I don't think that's relatively like for crypto standards. I know 10x is a good move, but like for crypto standards, for a crypto bull market, that's not anything crazy. From there, we'll see. You know, you never know what could happen between now and then. Frank, shout out to Frank, man. Oh, we already have the daily close, guys. I'm probably gonna we talked about enough today, guys. I think we're gonna call it a stream here. Like I said, just be prepared for Bitcoin to probably go. In my opinion, like we can just probably get rid of this. We'll keep the trend line for now. Ignore the trend line. We might just break this trend line at some point here. Focus more on the bull market support band. And what I'm looking for here is the bull market support band just slowly grinds up like this, and then this 31K continues to be resistance, right? And in my opinion, you know, what do we do in the short term doesn't matter, right? But something like this, where we just kind of keep grinding up but go sideways, and it's slowly painful until eventually you get so tight in here that something's gonna give. I think to the upside, because I think the price action is so much like this price action here. You see where we just grinded up above the bull market support band as it grinded higher? We couldn't break this 470 level until eventually we got so tight in here, boom, we had to break, and it broke to the upside. It's kind of where I think we are right now. Be mentally prepared for sideways. At this point, I'm so mentally prepared for that. Like I don't really. It doesn't surprise me every day when Bitcoin doesn't do anything at this point. Like I would say like 2 weeks ago, it was annoying. Now I can give two flying shits what it does. So I'm out of here. Peace. Catch you guys tomorrow, 7 p.m. CPI tomorrow, 8:30. I doubt anything crazy happens with it unless we get like a CPI below 3. We get a CPI below 3, market probably rips to the upside. If we get what they expect, which is 3.3, it's kind of what the market expects. I think that's why the stock markets are moving down, is because the market expects CPI to go up from last month, right? So we'll see. Who knows? I'm out of here. We'll talk a little bit more about at 7 what happens with CPI. All right. Later. Peace. Don't pay your crypto. Most of it pay your crypto. Most of it pay your crypto. BlackRock. Please don't do it. Or Valkyrie. Or your mom. Or your dad. Or the guy down the street. Peace. Oh, we should probably fart one time. Why not? There we go. We had to fart one time, guys. All right, I'm going to eat my DiGiorno. Later, guys. See you tomorrow.